Good morning and happy Tuesday. Today March 21st? Today March 21st? Uh if it is, then this is would be my grandfather's 101st birthday had he lived. So, why do you go to so many seminars? I mean, we get asked that all the time. And I did a UPW. That's kind of the first seminar you do with Tony. So when people there hear how many seminars I've been to, you can tell they're like, why would you do so many seminars? Why, haven't you learned the stuff by now? Well, it's a valid question. My answer is this. When Tony was young, he had an uncle who was pretty well off, and Tony was very poor. He was poor at the level of, like, they weren't sure they were going to be able to eat many days. And he asked his dad, his biological father, "Why is my uncle rich and we aren't?" And the dad said, "Because your uncle's a jerk." And so Tony went and hung out with the uncle, and he said, "Why are you well off with money and we're not?" And he said, "Well, because I go to seminars." And that left a huge impression on Tony about the value of seminars. And obviously he, based his whole career on conducting them. Well, the first seminar that I went to for lawyers, and I had been going to Tony seminars for a while, the first person that stood up and spoke was this incredibly successful attorney, consultant, entrepreneur, amazing guy. And he said the difference between a good lawyer and a great lawyer is a great lawyer gets out of town. A great lawyer gets out of town and goes to seminars, which now you don't even need to get out of town in order to go to seminars. So why so many? Well, because it reminds you of the things that you forget. Life happens. We have to remember that gravity is automatic and we have to resist it. If you want a beautiful garden, you can't just throw a bunch of seeds on the ground and then sit there. It takes effort, a lot of effort. If you don't attend to your garden, what happens? The weeds will take it over. The animals will take it over. It'll go away. You have to work hard to maintain fitness and health and finances. Those things don't come without effort. The problem with the book, The Secret, is they say, just sit there and send it out to the universe and it'll all come to you. No, that's not how it works. And so every time I go to these seminars, I learn something different. I make a new distinction. I'm in another place. I had forgotten about a part of a morning routine that I had just kind of gotten away from, probably because of time or whatever. And I've added it back in the last couple of days, and it's made a huge difference. And that's one of the reasons to do this. When I go there now, I'm teaching this stuff, right? Well, if you want to figure out how well you know a piece of information, go teach it, because then you really have grasped the information when you're at a point where you have to try to create metaphors to teach other people the stuff that you supposedly know, which after hundreds of these, I'm getting to the point where I actually do kind of have a grasp on the information. I'm a slow learner, but I get there. So repetition is the mother of skill. And if you want to continue to evolve in your life, you got to not only learn new things, but you got to go back and repeat the old stuff that you've learned to remind yourself of what you've forgotten, because it's going to happen. As we said, gravity is automatic. If you want to stay in shape for the rest of your life, then you've got to make an effort every day in order to do that. If you want to take care of your finances for the rest of your life, then you have to pay attention to them every day. You have to work on them every day. If you want a great relationship with your spouse, then it's something that you've got to work on a regular basis. Otherwise, if left to its druthers, the relationship starts to fade and goes away. That's one of the challenges that people have when they have kids. They don't spend enough time together on themselves. So this is a reminder to go back and relearn again and again and again those things that you've already learned. And if you haven't been to a seminar of any type in a long time, go. And I don't care what it is. It certainly doesn't have to be a Tony Robbins seminar. Obviously, those are the seminars that I love and I'm involved in and think that they have tremendous value. But there's all kinds of seminars that are out there. And even if it's a somewhat lousy seminar, there's going to be something there for you to take on. And now, more than ever, they're easy to do. They're easy to go attend, because all you need is one of these devices and you can attend a seminar. I remember Grant Cardone, his second 10X seminar, for $100. I could live stream that thing. Well, why wouldn't you do that? I mean, even if, he had speaker after speaker after speaker, it was 3 days of speakers. And, even if I just got one thing out of that seminar, it's going to be worth the $100. One distinction could make you, tens of thousands. But for the $100, if you hadn't paid the $100 and taken the time, then you would have never done it. I mean, I love that we do these seminars virtually now because it's so cool to watch people in their homes. They're watching while they're making their breakfast, and they're watching while they're taking their kids to school. And it's great if you can sit in a room and just focus the entire time, but at least you can have the information coming at you. So my encouragement for today, as we're in the spring equinox, it's time for spring. It's time for planting seeds. That's what spring is about, is planting seeds. We don't reap until the fall. We got to plant the seeds. We got to take care of the garden. Then we get to reap in the fall. You got to do the work, is to find a seminar that you're interested in and go to it on whatever topic it is. I don't care, anything. But somebody that's put together a seminar has spent some time, and typically they have something of value to share for you. And usually you can attend those things for a couple $100, and there's no way that it isn't worth it. Yes, it's fun to watch the NCAA tournament. Yes, it's fun to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and go out and get dressed up and get drunk. But if you want to improve your life, those two things aren't going to do it. What's going to do it is actually sitting down and putting in some work, finding some distinctions. And the way to speed all that up, as we know, is modeling. Go to somebody who's spent a great deal of time figuring out this stuff and listen to them. Let them share their knowledge. Let people with hair the color of mine who have made a ton of mistakes show you the road so that you can avoid some of those mistakes. So I strongly encourage you today, find a seminar that you want to go do and sign up and do it. And you can do it virtually and do that and get yourself on the path of learning, because immersion and learning and relearning what you already knew and remembering what you forgot, those are the things that make life great, because those are the distinctions that allow you to go to the next level and the next level and the next level. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Good morning. It's kind of starting to feel like spring out there. Mr. Drehobel, you've had summer all winter long, you jerk ball. Good for you for moving to Florida. My great uncle Bill, great to see you every morning. Deanne, great to see you. Deb, good morning. So nice to have you. And Mary Kaufman, my dad was complimenting you like crazy yesterday, saying how talented you are and how much you knew and what a great job you did. He seriously was. He was going on and on and on. Take it. He doesn't give compliments very much. My uncle Bill can tell you that. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.